Your brain is not trying to make you happy. It never was. Your brain has one job: keep you alive. And to do that, it made a decision millions of years ago that it has never reversed. Being wrong about a threat is more dangerous than being wrong about safety. If you hear a noise in the dark and assume it's nothing and it's a predator, you die. If you assume it's a predator and it's nothing, you lose a night of sleep. Your brain chose sleep deprivation over death every time, without asking you. And it still does. Except now there are no predators. There's just your coworker's tone of voice, your friend's one-word reply, the look someone gave you at the wrong moment. Your brain cannot tell the difference. This is called negativity bias, and it is not a glitch. It is the most successful survival feature your brain ever developed. You receive 10 compliments and 1 criticism in the same day. Which one do you remember at 3 a.m.? A friend cancels plans. Your brain doesn't file it under "they were probably busy." It files it under "they don't want to see me." Someone doesn't reply. Within minutes, your brain has constructed a reason, and the reason is never neutral. None of this is rational, but it is not supposed to be rational. It is supposed to keep you alive. The problem is your brain is running ancient software on a modern world. Nobody is hunting you, but your brain is still scanning, still searching, still finding. And when it can't find a real threat, it builds one. This is called the default mode network, the part of your brain that activates when you have nothing to do, when you're lying in bed, when the world goes quiet. Most people assume when nothing is happening, the brain rests. It doesn't. It pulls from memory. It pulls from fear. It pulls from every unresolved interaction you've had, and it builds a simulation of what could go wrong. Not what will, what could. And it runs that simulation on a loop, making it more vivid, more real, until the thing that doesn't exist feels more real than the room you're sitting in. This is why anxiety feels physical. Your nervous system cannot tell the difference between a real threat and a constructed one. Your body responds as if it's already happening. Heart rate up, muscles tensed, breathing shallow, for a threat that exists only in your own mind. Research shows your brain generates significantly more activity in response to negative stimuli than positive stimuli of equal intensity. A threat registers faster, holds attention longer, is stored more vividly. This is why one bad day feels heavier than 5 good ones, why you can receive 100 kind words and be destroyed by 1 cruel one, why the argument from 3 years ago is clearer than the best holiday you ever took. Your brain archived the threat and let the joy fade. And the enemy it invented, it often has a face. The coworker you've decided doesn't like you. The friend you've decided is pulling away. The stranger whose expression you read as judgment. Your brain took incomplete information, filled in the gaps, and handed you a fully formed enemy. But research shows that most of the time, the person you've cast as your enemy is not thinking about you at all. They're running their own simulation, building their own threats, starring their own version of you. We are all walking around inside our own heads, fighting enemies we invented in wars that never started. So what do? Name it. The moment your brain constructs a threat from nothing, say it out loud. My brain is doing the thing. Naming it activates your rational mind and creates distance between you and the story. Demand evidence, not feelings. Evidence. What do you actually know, not what does it feel like? Remember that your brain completing the story is not the same as the story being true. It fills the gap with your fears, not reality. Your brain invented an enemy because that's what it was built to do. You are not your negativity bias. You are the one who can see it happening, and that is the only advantage you need.